questions.
What do you tell the guys after a game like that in the locker room?
Well, I told them this. First thing I told them is I feel really bad for the seniors, because if I was a senior and I was sitting in that room, I wouldn't want to think that the coaches were A, looking ahead to next year, or B, that their teammates were tanking it on them. I want them to understand that we're all fighting for them. We're all doing our best. We're trying to win football games right now. That's the first thing. Number two is that we have a bye week, and when we come back, it starts our second season. We just played the best the MAC has to offer the last 2 weeks between Ohio U and Western Michigan. That's the best. And they're going to sit there on that play and they're going to say, well, if we did this or if we did that, who knows how the game would have turned out. Well, we're going to come back now and try to eliminate those would have, should have, could haves, and go out there and go out there to win the next 6 games that we play. And certainly our guys know that they can, that they can compete in this league.
Can you talk a little bit about the kick that they recovered? You guys down 14-0. They were able to recover the kickoff.
Well, I think they were. The way it looked is they were squib kicking because they're trying to get the ball, not give the ball to Jordan. Axe kick the ball to Jordan, and we had our guy just turned his back and started running back, and the ball just hit him. It was just a lucky coincidence for them. You know, it all worked out for them, and it was bad for us.
Was that a turning point at all? Or?
Well, no, they already had momentum on their side, and they had, as you look across the field, that's a bigger, faster football team than we are, and a lot more experienced. And we needed everything to go our way. And already at that point, you could feel momentum over on their sideline. We were just holding on, and when that happened, I just think that was just really maybe opened up the floodgates.
So, as well as you guys have played, how frustrating is it to take the steps back after having taken the steps forward?
Oh, it's tremendously frustrating, tremendously. And if we didn't have such a good week of practice, I'd stand here in front of you and say I'm not surprised, but I am surprised. I knew that Western was good. There was no doubt in my mind. There was no surprises to me from what we saw across the field. I just thought our guys would be more competitive. Believe me, we had plays to make offensively at the beginning of the game, and we didn't do it. We didn't get the job done.
Any disappointment with the fact that it got a little out of hand, then it got a lot out of hand? I mean,
I thought the effort was there, and something that we had did well early in the year, tackling. It seems like our tackling has fallen off, and it's always premature to talk about exactly what went wrong until you look at the film. But just at first glance, as I stood there and watched, we did not tackle the same way that we tackled early in the year. When we tackled guys, they ended up going forward and putting our guy on his back instead of our guy tackling them and putting them on their back.
Was there something you can put a thumb on? Was it just things just started going bad, or was it the environment, or the guys not being focused?
I don't think it was the environment. I just think our guys had to, again, as I've said over and over again, we have to play our A game, and we did not play our A game today. There's no way that we did. And like I said, we had chances to put momentum on our side. In the first 2 quarters of the game, we had plays to make, and guys didn't make the plays. Very, very clear from the sideline the plays that we could have made, and we didn't do it.
4 guys missing on your decision. How much did you miss them on the field?
Well, I didn't miss any of them. None of those guys were missed. The guys, we had guys step up and they did the job about as well as the guy they were replacing. It was just a lack of confidence, I think, on our team's part that they could stay in the game when they could feel, when they saw Western move down the field the first series and score. I think doubt started to immediately creep into our football team. Like on offense, like, oh my gosh, we're going to have to play perfect, and defense is wondering, like, are we going to be able to stop these guys? You could feel it.
Can you expound on any reason why those guys didn't make the trip?
Most of the guys didn't make the trip because of academic-related issues. And here's one thing for sure, that guys are going to go to class. Guys are going to take care of their academic responsibilities, and they won't play football.
Is it an eligibility issue, or is it just a team rules issue?
No, just team rules. Guys, when guys are starters are making plays that they think that they're above the law, and that's not the case anymore.
Will this extend beyond this week?
No, I mean, it's up to me. I'll just decide how things go. When I see that guys are making an effort to again, be a good teammate, do the same thing that everybody else has to do, follow the same rules, regulations, be on time for the responsibilities, and if I see a sincere effort on their part, things will change.
you talk about the touchdown on the inadvertent, the lost touchdown on the inadvertent whistle? Would AJ have scored, do you think?
You know, it looked like he was ready to take it to the house, but who knows? The final score would have been, 52-21 if he had. It wouldn't have had any major impact on the outcome of the game. It would have been nice. But those are part of football, and I'm sure we'll discuss that in private. But right now, all I can say is that it was unfortunate that it happened, but AJ played very well in his limited role.
Have you ever seen that? Has that ever happened? Have you seen that happen before?
It was a great fake. I mean, that's just the bottom line. And those officials, maybe they're still. He just blew the whistle too fast. That's all I'll say.
With Mike limping a little bit after the game, have you talked to him?
He's Mike Wexon.
Yeah.
Well, he got hit in the thigh, just a thigh contusion. Nothing. He didn't come out of the game because of that. He came out of the game because just needed to see the other guy go in there.